tell you about ranting about how he was from the bloodline of the pharaohs, how he handled his family.
Hey!
Up and running.
What? What was that? Expel me. That two-bit treasure hunter, Sophia Washington, has the power to expel me. Jebediah Block.
Mr. Block, you look troubled.
Huh? You're Janus's man.
Command! Anybody there? Hey, you!
Hey,
Mr. Block.
Sophia the
Enjoy the
schemer.
rest of your evening.
What's she? Wow. Sophia the schemer. What's she up to this time?
I got a bad case of the butterflies. But maybe I can just pretend I never saw the guy. Would Sophia buy it? Fat chance.
Sure. Our parents were afraid of the missiles. But I think...
You're looking well, sir. Go right on through.
Something even we can't predict.
I would have said the same thing a few years ago, but look,
You'll enjoy.
I don't care how much titanium you've got stored in your home vault. It's not going to be
Sophia!
worth a damn thing.
Speak of the devil. We were just chatting about your adventures. Tell us that crazy story you told me with the wolves.
Miss Washington, after due consideration, I have revised my position. I would like to support your motion.
Well, well, look at you, Block. Finding your good sense and manners. Come along, then. I'll call a vote at once. I knew you'd come around.
Good to see you.
You're stubborn, Block, but you're not a schmuck. You know I'm right. The analysts of my father's think tank have been grinding the data for months, and they are rarely wrong. The Karuna Agreement, climate litigation. We estimate that fossil fuel companies like yours have a decade, at best, before you're all resigned to the junkyard of history. And what kind of secret society would we be if we didn't keep each other in power?
What indeed?
I knew we could talk sense. Just vote in favor of my motion, and I promise you, Block, you'll power the world for decades to come. Well, who cares how, as long as you're the one getting paid.
Ain't that the truth?
Friends and founders, the recess is over. Let's return to the council room and proceed with the vote.
Block. Didn't see you there.
Not now.
Well, you've certainly placed yourself at the crossroads of history. Nicely done, 47.
Let's reiterate. For decades, you, the titans of the energy industry, have conspired to obscure the truth about climate change through lobbying, misinformation, and propaganda. This strategy has been incredibly successful, but all good things must come to an end. It is time for you to adapt or die, ladies and gentlemen. This is why our analysts have devised a 10-year transition plan to keep you in power. Play this right, and you will not only thrive, but this time, you will be the good guys. In other words, you have nothing to lose. So, everyone in favor, say aye.
I.
Aye.
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 Yay or nay, Block? Silence is consent.
Nay.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Nay.
Oh, for the love of... Ah, idiot.
Son of a...
Blocked. You stupid.
That's... 4 ayes and 1 nay. Jebediah Block vetoes the motion. This council is adjourned until further notice. Block. A word? Upstairs. Right away, please. So, are you gonna tell me what the hell you're playing at?
Just looking out for number 1.
Don't be an idiot. There's no future in coal, Block. You have one choice. Go green or go extinct. Now, personally, I don't give a shit if you go the way of the dodo, but you are one of Ark Society's biggest contributors. We'd hate to lose your business. Besides, if terrestrial cold goes under, who will pay for your children's survival? Your grandkids. After all, nobody says disaster will strike in our lifetime. You have a moral duty to stay rich, Block.
Nice try, but I don't have grandchildren.
You just had to make this difficult, didn't you? Here's the deal, Block. My family and we serve a group of powerful individuals who prefer to stay anonymous. Letting the climate go to hell in a handbasket has served their interests well, but only up to a point. You see, they'll knock your socks off. Weather control systems, recycling pollution as fuel, cold fusion, you name it. And they plan to make trillions protecting the world from the very threat they worked so hard to create. But to do so, they need you guys to quite literally stop fighting windmills.
Huh. The truth at last. And what's in it for Jebediah Block?
Gentlemen, please give me and Mr. Block a moment. I offered you a carrot. Now, here's the stick. We know about Montana, Block. The mine collapse in 2015. It would be a shame if the American public got wind of your somewhat creative approach to safety regulations. Your popularity ratings are just south of John Wilkes Booth as it is.
I see.
You have until dawn to change your position and pass this motion, and you and we never had this talk.
Both targets down. Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Constant. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to one of the boats in the harbor where it's quiet. You can use the kill switch to coerce.
Sir.
The Washingtons are dead. I have the kill switch.
What did you say? How could you know about that?
You will head towards the harbor. No sudden moves, no signs or warnings. I will trigger the device if I need to.
I know you. The boy in the picture. You have his eyes. You're Burnwood's assassin.
Move.
Partners no more, I take it. I had a notion something didn't sit right with my mentor's betrayal. You murdered him, I take it, to get to me.
Not just that. He had it coming.
Interesting. It was my impression that you were cured of such sentiment. The good doctor built his serum specifically to target the seats of your emotions. Has Miss Burnwood's sense of justice rubbed off on you, I wonder?
Just keep walking.
being what it is, my guess is that any impending collapse will go hand in hand with the banks going nuclear. The Great Depression times 20.
You're not even thinking about the big picture. You want us back.
For what it's worth, Janus always found Ortmeyer's project distasteful, not to mention inefficient. But alas, sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt.
Oh, I know.
Climate change. Sophia Washington is trying to persuade Janus's original five to embrace the Green Revolution.
That chance. The original five are all energy.
Looking good, sir.
I take it this is not an ICA-sanctioned operation. What exactly does Miss Burnwood plan to achieve by targeting her clients? Violating her own code?
She's doing it for us.
Us?
I've been planning the Founders Week for
Hey
over
there!
a month.
See?
Oh, I have some of the world's most
penny
prominent
drops.
people waiting to pay him
I
their
should
last
have known.
respect. I have the
How does a
star
man
of
leave no
Christ.
trace? By not existing in the first place. Lucas Gray. Or was it Subject 6? He died when the Institute went up in flames, but no body was ever produced. And unlike you, his rage never faded. So, now you want the partners, the men behind the curtain who've caused you all. Before you go knocking down a wall, you better make sure it's not load-bearing.
I mean, show a little respect, right? The ink on the divorce papers is barely dry. And of course, it has to be the damn yoga instructor. Rub my nose in it.
Please stop playing. I need the board back.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow artists, can I have your
Albeit
attention,